Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, everybody. So today's podcast will be focused on the partner profitability. Um uh, that how the traditional resellers or MSPs can increase their profitability by various methodologies, where we will focus more on the bundling, uh, white labeling, uh, cloud and AI wrappers, and everything. So that will be our focus area, and how you can deliver faster these product and the bundles. So that's where we will focus, and we will also share our learnings from the past 20 years plus. We did some various bundling, hosting, MSP business, and everything. So we experienced ourselves. So we will share these learning ourselves. So little bit about me. So I'm Munesh Jadon, CEO of ZNet Technologies. I have started the company as a hosting provider, like domain and hosting, and that's where I learned that how to do the right bundling, how to do the right packaging of the product, because uh, domain and hosting is a field where you can actually learn, because it's a core technology of any kind of cloud or any SaaS providers backend. So that's where I learned myself, like how to combine domain hosting, how to combine the different SaaS products and all. And my journey was from hosters to MSP to distributors to the automation platform. So that's how I lived my life, and I want to pass the mic to the Rahul to introduce yourself, please. So Rahul is
Thanks.
my guest today.
Thank you, Manish. Welcome to our episode two. And As Manish said, we're going to spend the next 45 minutes or an hour to talk about partner profitability. As Manish also has gone through the same journey, I have a much more hands-on reseller type of business model experience where I can share my personal experiences of how I focused on improving the productivity, and then how when I was working for Ingram Micro and AppDirect, how I helped lots of thousands of partners with the same philosophy of doing this best practices of increasing profitability. So that's what we're going to talk about. I'm Rahul Bowser. I'm based in Dallas, Texas, in US, and we are working together to grow RackNap business by sharing a lot of insights, experience, and knowledge to the partner and channel and MSP community. Let's get started, Manish.
Great. Thanks, Rahul, for the introduction. So first of all, let's discuss that what kind of value selling the partners can do, because there are different kind of value sellings are there. Like they can add the they can bundle the consulting services. They can combine two or three services together. They can combine white label services or white label product along with the any product. So if we can, I want to share few learnings which I have first, and then you can add your points, Rahul, basically. So as per my experience, there are many kind of bundling or value selling we can do. So I'll take the example so that we will able to understand that what kind of bundlings or value selling we can do as a MSP. Let's say I'm selling Microsoft 365, right? Everybody knows that, okay, there is not much margin left by reselling just Microsoft 365 or maybe Google Workspace, because the pricing is same, partners are same, everybody knows the pricing of Google Workspace or Microsoft 365. So how the partner can differentiate themselves, right? Uh, Basically, the one way is that okay, you fight head on with other partners and use your relationship skills and do the closures. That is the one method. But that doesn't work for all partners, and it's very difficult to acquire new customers in this method, right? The second method is that you bundle something or you add some value addition. What kind of value addition we can do? Let's take an example for Google Workspace. Uh, in Google Workspace, that the customers want the third party backup. So you can bundle the any kind of branded software of backup, or you can white label any kind of backup software, and you can bundle, and you can create your own SKU and you can offer to your customers, right? That is the one way. The second way can be like you can bundle your consulting services, your training services, implementation services, and you can create your own SKU, and you can offer these kind of services to the customers. So bundling the other product, consulting services, these kind of value selling we can do as a MSP, or of course any other expertise you have. You can just bundle those services and you can create your own one SKU, because the only difference is that what we are talking is that the right bundling and right delivery of the product. Every MSP or every service provider want to bundle, but how is very important, and the customer experience is very important, that how we are delivering the bundle. So Rahul, if you want to add in this point.
Sure, sure. I think you gave the broad explanation of what somebody should do, right? Because that's the formula for success. And again, this is not a secret sauce or a rocket science to figure out. I think for the last 10 plus years, everybody is talking about the same thing. Like, go bundle it, bundle it. But let's break it down. I want to talk a little bit more of a high level overview, take everybody out of the box, and then go step by step and unpack this one by one. So, in a sense, what we are doing is we are first talking about productizing everything. That's the most important piece. Why productizing from a human psychology point of view? For instance, when you want to go and eat in a restaurant, I like restaurant examples, by the way. When you go to a restaurant, if you don't have a menu, it is going to be extremely difficult for you to order something, because then the number one is you're going to spend time figuring out what to eat. You're going to spend time explaining the person who's taking the order of what you want, and then that person going and translating and explaining the chef what the customer wants. It's just not practical, correct? So the experience we all have, or expectation we have, is a restaurant should have a good menu, right? And then you go and choose. That's called the a la carte menu style. Then comes the fast food, where they don't have lots of choices. They have very fixed menus, very limited ones, but they keep making it ahead of time so that you can get the food in like minutes. Not it doesn't take more than 5 minutes or less than that. It takes that. That's the whole essence. Speed is the key. Then there is a buffet style where it's further more easier for a customer to say, hey, I walk in, I just pay $15 and eat as much as you can, and there is no restriction. You can just go and self-serve yourself. So what am I trying to explain to our partner community, MSP community, is this is what a human experience and expectation is when they want to make a decision. and it applies to every business. So in our business, when it comes to the MSP business or cloud reselling business, we always lead with one primary product, which is your Microsoft or Google's G Suite or something like that, right? So you lead with one primary product. But if you don't create a good menu of your own products and services and make it extremely easy for your customers to pick and choose, you will never be able to sell more than what you led the account with. And that is the recipe of low profitability, right? And when I say low profitability, we all know in this business of Microsoft, at least, which is still 80% of the market share when it comes to channel business of communication collaboration, nobody makes a decent amount of product margin. Everybody is living off the services, the other things which we sell, and that is the only key to survive as well as excel. So, bottom line, to summarize very quickly, what we say bundling is more like create your own menu so that your customers can easily understand what all things they should do. Have an a la carte menu, which means they can pick and choose whatever they want so that they can be in control. They can have the feeling that the customer is in control, but also create packages, bundle things together. Because we know that if you are going and buying an iPhone, the customer would need a charger, the customer would need a case, the customer would need something else along with that, a screen protector. Why not put all of that together and give a simple one pricing so that the decision making process becomes extremely easy for the customer to do? That is the key thing. Again, not a rocket science, not a secret sauce. This is something which we experience on a daily basis on in our life across the world. The key thing is we forget that when we go and sell complex technology solutions. And the way to do that is, yes, you go print a menu, put it in front of that is your proposal, the packages or whatever you want to call it. But the question is, how does the transaction flow is also very extremely important in terms of the experience. And that is where automation comes in picture. That is where experience comes in picture. Customer experience is extremely important, and the ordering and transacting, going through the whole process of picking up a package, is the experience which Manish is going to talk later in this episode.
Yep.
So that is my definition. That is how I would want everybody to understand that creating a menu, creating correct packages is what is called bundling, and how to put this in front of the customer and then having a very good experience for them to pick that and then check out, and the buying process for that has to be seamless. That is the key to success for profitability. And how, when you package things together, the decision making process becomes faster, easier for the customer, number one. Number two, uh, the amount of objections starts dropping from the customers. They don't have a lot of questions around these things because they suddenly start trusting you that, oh, you have some reasons why you put things together. And by doing so, you can really start packing in the blend of services margins, the product margins, and the upsell products or the cross sell products together. And that way your per deal basket size profitability becomes much better. So that's my version of bundling, packaging, why it is needed. Now, as Manish said, first you have to have your base product, Microsoft or Google or anything which you want to lead with, but make sure that you have your additional services, secondary product, which is upsell and cross sell ready, and package it the way Manish said, that by horizontal flat wave. It's all for small businesses, medium businesses, enterprise businesses. But in future, as you have more and more concentrations of silos or pockets of verticals, go vertical. Just say small business for retail. This is the package. You can make a slight variation there, and that is how it becomes much more relevant and easy to sell these to the customers. Long explanation, Manish, but I think that's how I see the market. That's how it is extremely critical. And guess what? There are not a lot of good systems out there which can simplify this buying journey and bundling together. So maybe
Absolutely.
Manish, you want to talk about it?
Yes, absolutely. I think you touched many important points, Rahul. Basically, uh, so whenever you were talking, I was thinking for two examples. One is the very famous example everywhere, not in India. It's a thali, right? Is the right bundle.
Yeah, let's talk about our global audience. Let's go to
No, no.
McDonald's.
In globally, thali is very famous. I must say, everywhere I can find the thali. Mm,
All right,
mm,
for the
yeah,
international audience who are not Indians, who don't know what is thali, thali is basically a a meal, either a lunch or a dinner in a restaurant, which is served all together in a big plate, pre-served. So it comes with rice, it comes with bread, it comes with multiple entrees and all of that together, and you pay only one price. You don't pay small prices. So that's a packaged price that is referred as thali. Thali is
thali
equal to plate.
plate.
Thali means
Yes,
plate. So it's
correct,
just
correct.
to share
Yeah,
with non-Indian and international
yes,
audience.
yes. Thanks for the explanation, Rahul. That is very important. And the second example I want to give is the MACD, where we are going and they are also giving the bundle or package, and in fact they are just in recommending the right add-ons also, right? Okay, you bought this, just buy fries or some coke or something. So it's a right example of bundle as well as the add-ons. So in
Yeah,
fact,
in fact, in McDonald's example, the funny piece is if you go to McDonald's here in US, uh, till 11 o'clock they serve, or 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock they serve breakfast. And the way they have packaged the breakfast, they have given numbers
hmm,
1 through 8. When I go there, I don't say I need this particular name. I just say I need number 2, period. It's super easy. Like it's
super easy.
that easy. Just give them. The guy will ask me, "Hey, what drink you want? What fries you want? What options you want?" That's it. Quickly clarified. Boom. Order is done in like 10 seconds.
Correct. So that's the great example of the right bundling. So, Rahul, as our audience are MSPs and telcos and distributors are there, so I just want to give one example for telco space. Basically, so now every telco want to offer cloud services, SaaS bundles, along with their broadband or any kind of telecom services or mobile, in fact, right? So it can be a combination of hardware, software, internet services, and everything, and they want to offer to the customers. And that is also a great bundle. So in fact, we are talking to few telcos, and uh, they uh, they have the different variety of requirements, right? Someone want to bundle one cloud plus SaaS services. Someone want to bundle like broadband services or some mobile. In fact, the hardware services. Some router they want to bundle. So different kind of bundles can be possible in the telco space, and they want to offer directly to the customers or via partner network on the referral basis. They want to they want to sell via partners, or they want to resell via reseller. So different kind of combination can happen in the telco space, right? So I think this is very interesting. Rahul, I just want to touch one point where I'm hearing from everywhere is the AI wrappers, right? Uh, and just now I just invented one word is the cloud wrapper, because similarly the AI wrapper can be possible, then cloud wrapper also can be possible, right?
It is possible. It is
Yeah.
possible. So. Yeah. So, just for our audience, what is AI wrapper? The two things are. It may sound very easy, but it is not that complex also to understand. But as the name it says, AI wrapper, there are products which is coming out, which gives you access to various AI models in one subscription, for example. So that's the definition of a wrapper. They just put a layer on top of it and package it. Perplexity is a classic example of that, where by paying $20 per user per month subscription, and you get almost all the leading AI models, which is part of the package, right? And then they make the experience really, really good. So that's AI wrapper, and there are plenty of such examples, Ninja AI, and many, many more. In Cloud Wrapper, I think the term may not behave exactly, but yeah, it's a marketing word which easily can be deployed, and then you can say, hey, this is a wrapper around the cloud to bundle things together. Bundle is a boring
Correct.
old word. I think cloud wrapper makes a lot more buzzword. So yeah, I like it. I like it.
Correct. So actually, I want to highlight on the cloud wrapper thing, right? Now you can see, Rahul, that everywhere the data center investment is happening.
Mm.
Many cloud companies are operational, like CSPs. We call them as a CSPs, like local hyperscalers or local CSPs or cloud solution provider, cloud service providers. They are there in every country, right? So now for the customer, they want the right pricing, they want the right packaging, or they want the right sizing of the any cloud instance, right? They don't mind, okay, who is in behind. I just want the right pricing, right performance. So the company or any kind of service provider is can create the unified experience for the customers. Okay, a customer will just uh, uh, ask, okay, I want this cloud instance with this application and that, and automatically the system will offer that, okay, in this configuration, the storage is good in this cloud provider, but the cloud instance is good in that cloud provider, and the CDN services is good from the third cloud provider, right? So I think if any service provider can create this kind of cloud wrapper or the unified marketplace, then I think it's a good future as per my understanding.
It is. It is. I think most of the solution providers today do that, but they don't sell it as a package or a wrapper, right? So they always go in, talk to the customer, understand what they need, put things together, and then offer that solution unique to that customer, which is great. But how do you productize this? How do you make this repeatable? And that is what Manish is talking about. So you need a way, a framework, a system, and a workflow to do this on more repeatable thing. Number one. Two, make it more easy for customers to look into that, explore, discover, and then find those things which is more relevant to them. Because if it is buried in your salesperson's head, it's very risky business model, because the salesperson may talk, may not talk. If the person leaves, the tribal knowledge goes with that person. Instead, you need to start taking that out and putting it in a place where customers themselves can experience, discover, search, and then find the solutions which is more relevant for them. In the world of AI can do a lot of such heavy lift of suggesting the customers what they want, and cut this time dramatically. So that's the whole essence of what you're talking about, Manish.
Correct, correct. So actually, you brought up very interesting point, Rahul, that like AI can do everything, right? In terms of application development and all, right? So I just want to highlight one point, which is the white label and the API driven applications, right? In the right now in the backend, many API driven platforms are there. The very popular is the OpenAI, and I can see some names like Cronos is there, Twelo is there, SendGrid is there. So these kind of platforms, so they are offering the API to build the application, right? So I think this is also a great point. If any application development company or anyone want to launch a product company, they can certainly use different kind of platforms, and they can use the API in the backend, and they can accelerate the development by using API, by using AI, and product can be launched very fast, right? They don't have to reinvent the entire wheel because platforms are there, robust platforms are there. They have to just club the every services and every API together, and they have to launch the product. So I think this is the great future. We are actually. I was reading a one post on LinkedIn that previously, for launching a product, you need a solution architect, you need product manager, you need development team, you need UI team, everything you need. But right now, even one person can launch a product uh, uh, very quickly by using AI, by using different platforms and all. So, do you have any view on this, Rahul?
Yeah, I think it's a very important topic connected to our primary reason of the episode today. We started off with saying we today we're going to talk about how to increase profitability, right? There are different levers of increasing the profitability. Obviously, give a great service, customer sticks to you. That's one of the levers, right? From an experience and satisfaction point of view. Bundling, we spoke a lot, packaging things together. This is another one which is very, very easy to do for almost everybody.
Correct.
The next piece, which I think from what you just discussed, Manish, the segue to that is IP, intellectual property. I think that's the whole chapter by itself by which someone can, one, differentiate themselves, two, increase profitability, three, create extreme stickiness with the customer. These are three outcomes which really, really works when you start focusing on IP. But let's unpack this a little bit.
Correct.
Not every MSP is a good product company or a development company. And we all have gone through that. But let's understand few things, and I want to share my thought process and my experience of last 15 years. The one and the most important thing a MSP or a channel partner has is the customer. The relationship of the customer, the ownership of the customer, the understanding of customer's pain point, and that is the biggest asset of every channel partner, every MSP. What does that mean from a product and IP point of view? It means that you are the only one who is very, very close to the customer to understand their challenges, to understand their pain points, to understand their gaps, and what is called use cases. You know the use case extremely well in the end customer space. And that is the biggest strength of the channel partner segment. Unfortunately, we don't do anything about it. Why? We don't know how to develop. It takes time. It takes a lot of efforts to do a development or money, or people don't understand how to get a product done, right? That's why 98% of the channel partners don't do anything about that knowledge. But here is the secret sauce, and with the time has changed. What Manish was talking about is today you don't need the whole village to make a product. You just need a great use case and an idea very well defined. And that, my friend, is with you already. You have the customer, What you need to do is start looking at the patterns, looking at repetition. If you have 20 customers, 5 of them are facing the same problem, pick that, generalize it, document the problem statement very well, what solution could be, talk to the customer, build that use case. That you doesn't require any API knowledge, any coding knowledge. This is pure customer management, solution management, and documentation. Get that thing done quickly. Once you have that, in today's world of AI, you don't need 6 months of development and 10 people to develop. You can actually have a developer go use AI tools, build a prototype, validate that with the customer in no time. And that is what Manish is referring when it comes to APIs and this and AI based tools. So, fast forward today's world, if a customer has a problem which is unique to that customer, which is linked to your ecosystem of Microsoft or Google, literally you can fire up a product, custom product, or a micro SaaS product for that customer so quickly. Within few days you can show the customer that this is what we can do for you. If they like it, great. And to do all of this, you don't have to be a developer. Get and partner with the right company, and they can get things done so fast for you. That is the message. And the key piece to figure out in the whole process, the moment you have your small intellectual property, IP, which is just unique to you because you built it for your customer, that becomes your biggest differentiator. That becomes your biggest profitability factor. That becomes your biggest sticking point for your customers also. And there are plenty of them out there. All you have to do is talk to your customers, understand what is their pain points, look for a pattern, and then make something which you can give it to the similar type of use case in every customer. That IP is invaluable. Trust me. I have done that so many times, and I didn't have to work and think and do like a product company in those days. I was still doing reselling, but I had a story which was so unique that I only had that solution because it was my IP. And it got me customers. The customers stayed with me just for that one IP. And that was a great example of how we increase profitability and stickiness and everything else. So IP is your second big thing after bundles and wrappers and packages.
Correct, correct. I think you have mentioned this customer experience because the MSPs are closer to customers and they can understand their pain point and they can create the IP or they can create the software or product based on their vertical, based on their segment, based on their problem statement and all. So I think this is the very, very important point, Rahul.
By the way, yeah,
Yeah,
just to sorry to cut, but for all of you, I want to remind everybody IP is not software only. Intellectual property is not only a coded software. Intellectual property is an intelligence packaged into a product. That is a property. It could be a way to do certain things. It could be your practice. It could be your implementation methods. It could be your documentation method. It could be piece of software. It could be combination of all of them combined. But it is something which is repeatable. That is IP. So
correct.
don't just think that IP is equal to software only.
Right, right. So that's come to the our last segment of our podcast, Rahul, because you mentioned that IP is nothing. It's a package of everything, whatever you are providing, and the customer experience which you are giving, and that entire bundling, packaging, customer experience, and everything you can't give if you cannot deliver you cannot deliver the product on the right way. You have to give the right experience to the customer when you are delivering these product or bundling to the customer, because Bundling and bundling is very good when we are thinking, but it's a very hard when you are delivering that bundle to the customer, because you have to give the right experience. Otherwise, this bundling will be fail for sure, right?
Yeah. So what we are discussing, what we are saying is from a concept to execution, what one word sticks between these two is the experience of the execution, right? That
Correct.
experience is extremely important. It's like going to a organization. Like, I'll give you my experience. Yesterday, my RD was giving problem with the AC. I have a Volkswagen also, Atlas. I'm very lazy to take the Volkswagen for services because when I go there, I have to drop, I have to pick up my Uber and then come back to home and go after a few hours, right? So that is how I was wired. Went back to, so went first time for Audi services for my wife's car. Went there and I said, I have a problem with AC, no appointments, just walked in. They came, they checked, and guess what? Within 10 minutes, I was out with a courtesy vehicle as a loan. They gave me an exact Q7 for me to drive so that I don't have to worry about any commutation problems while my car is being fixed. So I actually have a standby Q7 with me, and that experience was super smooth. Like, I loved it. Like, that is a premium I'm willing to
Correct.
pay to buy a premium car like that. And that experience what is matters now. When my lease finishes for my Volkswagen, I am going to go and pick up a Audi or a BMW or a Mercedes, because it is the experience which you pay,
Correct.
right? It is convenience which you pay. That experience will keep me stuck to this brands. And
And
that is the
that's,
same thing which you should be doing.
yes, and that's the most ignorant things we are doing right now, because we think, okay, we sold the product, we got the money, now we will deliver the services whenever we need. And that's the worst thing we are doing, because customer expectation is very high. Whenever the customer paid, they want the product in the seamless way, they want the transparency, whatever they are dealing, they want to see the usage, they want to see the billing, invoicing, transaction, whatever they are doing. If we are just playing on the mail, then we will give the bad experience to our customers.
100%. Like
Yeah.
like today, the way I judge any company, when I go to their website, I first go and I expect by default that their website should work in a mobile form factor by default. If that doesn't do, I'm out of that product. But the second piece, which has become a de facto to me, is I want to see their demos on YouTube. If they don't have a YouTube channel, it's a flag for me. Then, if they don't have a mobile app, it's a flag for me, right? That is how I am starting to think. Now the expectation has gone so bad that now I expect good products to be on web, on my mobile, both Android and iOS, because I use both the phones. I want that app on iPad as well as on my MacBook and Windows also. So
Correct.
that is the today's expectation of a consumer. So if you don't give those experience, you might lose a customer. And
Correct.
experience comes from digitization. Experience comes from automation. Experience comes from giving transparency. Self-service is the key word here. Self-service. We talk to so many big companies, successful companies who have got awards from their vendors, case studies from their vendors, thousands of customers they have sold and managed also, but they don't have self-service. Like, it just blows my mind. It just is so mind-boggling.
Correct.
That is the one thing I would invest all the time. You should, like, you are a channel partner, you should think about your customer experience. This matters a lot.
Delivery experience, self-service, transparency, quick and fast delivery. So I think these kind of things we generally ignored, and even Customer also do not give the feedback because we do not have the right feedback mechanism, and that's how we are losing the customers, right? And
Yeah.
this is how we are ignoring the experience, and then we say, okay, we lost these amount of customers, right? And we even don't know that how we lost these customers. So I think even though you have a good product, if you are not delivering that product on the right way, I think it's a red flag if you are doing
Absolutely.
so, right?
Absolutely.
And
And that will come and that will show up in your books, by the way.
correct,
The
exactly,
easiest way to look at it is your books. And in our business model, there is one word which is the most important word to remember, which is called churn.
yeah, yeah,
If you have 100 customers today, this year, and if you lose 20 of them in next 12 months, then you have a 20% churn, boss. That's a big number. A 15% is normal, around 10% is normal, but anything above that, you have to worry. And
correct,
that number gets directly affected with experience, the way you package things, the way customer sees it, feels it. It's all about feeling, right?
correct. And not even the billing experience, Rahul. Just the customer want the entire end-to-end experience on the smooth way. Whenever they are landing on the marketplace, discovering the right product, and they are comparing the product with, okay, which product is best suitable for me, and then ordering process, self-service process, the delivery process, the entire thing has to be uh, entire thing has to be in the smoothen way, right? It does not need that. It does not require that it should be on the automated way, but it give the right experience to the customers, right? Because not
True.
we also understand that few things, right, Rahul, right? Not every product can be delivered on the automated way. It's completely okay, but customer want to see the status, that what is the status available right now of my product delivery. That is one point, right? Second point, not every customer is buying online, but if you are talking to the customers and a customer is satisfied, okay, I'm okay, I want to buy now, then we have to give the tool or the right experience to my people or the MSP people, where they can order on behalf of customer on the that time, and they do not need to give the another time to the customer. Then they will definitely lose that customer. So automation is and right experience is for the customers as well as your team. So that is required for both, not only for one.
Yeah, I think one thing I want to talk about is you touched a very important point. It's not an experience to buy online only, right? The today's customer experience expectation is I want to make a decision, and if I make a decision, let me go through that. Like it could be through anything, like simple thing. We go to a restaurant again. I want to go back to restaurant example, right? Yeah. Nowadays, the server will come, drop the check, and I appreciate if the check has a QR code and I can pay that through the browser. Browser again. I don't have to download an app of the restaurant. Take a picture, scan through, and if that payment method doesn't have Apple Pay or Google Pay through the browser experience, my expectation drops dramatically, right? And that is the expectation of a customer's experience, right? Make it easy. So the whole point is not about an online e-commerce type of store, but digital experience just doesn't mean checkout process. The digital experience means you keep the customer proactively informed, give the information to them when they need, make it super easy for them. That is the key of the experience. It is, and digital store is one of that piece,
Correct.
not the only piece.
Correct, correct. In fact, whatever we have discussed, Rahul, like bundles or white labeling or multiple product bundling, that cannot be happen without any automation platform. So
True.
MSPs need the robust automation and billing and provisioning platform so that they can give the right experience to the customers, because without that it's impossible completely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And this is where we are making our sales pitch. So if you want all of that, please come and buy our platform RackNap at
Yes,
a good price and we will do the job. But I'll tell
absolutely.
you one important piece. I've worked in Cloud Blue, I've worked in App Direct, I've seen a lot of platforms. One thing which stood out today, and it was an aha moment for me, was the ease of creating a bundle on the fly with automated SKUs behind the scenes. Manish just showed me that on RackNap, and my immediate reaction was, hey, this is a big deal. This is a big deal because I struggled with Cloud Blue and Ingram Micro to launch to launch a bundle. It used to be a big debate. We used to talk about efforts, launch sequence of couple of weeks to months, and then tracking it. So bundle is a pain to launch on automation platform, but to launch it on automation with full end-to-end execution in through API, that's a big deal. So I really feel like RackNap has cracked that code. I would suggest watch that video of that bundling experience, which we can create in minutes by by the MSPs themselves on RackNap site, and you will see how easy it is become to exactly wrap it together and launch it and deliver that experience in whatever we have discussed in the last hour. So that would be my request, and that would be my appreciation of what your team has done, Manish. So that's a hard nut to crack.
Thank you, Rahul. Thank you for this appreciation. And I just want to highlight that why this is there, because our DNA is started from bundling, because we started our company as a hosting provider. There, the bundling was the default, like domain and hosting bundling, VPS and backup bundling, some software and infrastructure bundling, right? So these kind of bundling was there previously. Then that's how we started our company, and
Yeah,
that's how we
yeah,
understand the entire bundling, white labeling, add-on concept very well, and that's how
yeah.
our platform is differentiating with other closest competitor, and that's how we seen live that uh, we are able to fulfill these kind of requirement very efficiently, and our direct competitors, they are not able to fulfill because of that reason. So
Exactly. I know it's a big challenge to do so, but as you guys showed it, I'm very impressed. So I request all the audience who are in the channel partner space to go and check out, because none of you will disagree with whatever we have said in this episode.
thank you.
Packaging, bundling, IP, and everything. Everybody agrees. I've
Correct.
spoken to thousands of them, thousands of partners and owners and founders, but I can tell you, none of them will disagree. All of us know we have to do this. We just don't know how to do it. We just don't
Correct.
have a simple tool to do it. And that is the secret, which is what we are delivering through RackNap.
Just one last point, and then we will finish the episode, Rahul. Since we have started this automation from traditional product like domain and hosting, and then we transform to the MSP and then telco product and all. So we have seen the entire journey from legacy product to the new age, even the AI agents and the AI products, AI ISVs right now. So we have seen our platform has seen the entire journey, and that's how we are able to uh, 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 we are able to use the all the entire use cases. So
Absolutely.
yeah, with that, we are just finishing this podcast. I hope our MSP partners, our telco partners, and our distribution partners, they will take some insights with our conversation, and we will come again with another topic very soon, so that we will help and we will give our insight to so that our partners can increase their profitability. Thank
Absolutely.
thank you,
Thank
Rahul.
you.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ciao.